Well, the 2019 Safari Rally is on its second day with over 40 drivers still in contention for the top prize. The government of Kenya, through the presidency of Chief of Staff Nzioka Waita, says the country has spared no efforts to woo the World Rally Championship back to Africa for the first time since 2022.
The World Rally Championship has not been hosted in Africa since Kenya lost the hosting rights in 2002. But the country's presidency has now put forward an ambitious plan to bring back the global event. The Kenyan president's chief of staff say this is a fully owned government initiative.
The logistical and technical support that we have received from the International Automobile Federation has not only made this event possible, but also deepened Kenya's capacity to deliver world-class rallying experiences. We are committed, and I repeat again, committed, to meeting all International Automobile Federation regulations, standards, requirements, so that Kenya may once again feature at the apex of global rallying.
His first term, to engage the motorsports fraternity through the Kenya Motorsports Federation to try and bring this event back home. And his question was very simple: what do you want the government to do?
The country wanted the return of the adrenaline action witnessed 17 years ago. This attracted the attention of the World Motorsport Body, whose president Jean Todt flew into Kenya to launch the WRC Project Kenya, seeking to return the event to the global calendar from 2020.
And from where the government sits, and certainly from where His Excellency the President sits, trying to get a sporting event of this magnitude back into building Kenya's profile will be just the beginning to get even larger events and coming home to this country, and also to put back at the center of our development agenda.
This year's event will also double up as the fourth round of the African Rally Championship, with drivers from around the world, including Uganda, Zambia, Burundi, Tanzania, Belgium and Italy.
I think some of them probably want to take part because they want to get a sneak review into what the 2020 WRC might look like. And within the region, who wouldn't want to be associated with the World Rally Championship? And I think the fraternal support we have got from countries within the region only points to this.
The Kenyan president's chief of staff is one of the most senior government officials and also a rally driver who will compete in the event. So how did he convince the president to allow him to get back to the rally car after 4 years?
I think people are waiting to see, to believe. So he's very supportive. I think what he has said is just don't come last. So I'll try and endeavor not to come last.
The three-day event from Friday to Sunday will take drivers from Kenya's capital Nairobi to the iconic Rift Valley, where the main action will be centered around. The 2019 Safari Rally will be among Kenya's most important sporting events since 2002. The country will be using this event to convince the World Motorsport Body, the FIA, that it's ready again to host another round of the World Rally Championship. Saddique, Shaban, CGTN in Nairobi, Kenya.
All right, let's get you more reaction on the Safari Rally with CGTN's Mohammed Abubakar, who joins us from Naivasha. Mohammed, thank you for joining us on Match Point. What is the latest from the second day of action there?
Thank you so much, Richard. Well, day two of the Safari Rally 2019 that is kicked, revved off today around Rift Valley, and we started off with we had three sections, super sections that is. Started off with Soisambu Conservancy, and another 15 kilometers at Elementaita, and of course finishing off at the Sleeping Lions Hills, along the Sleeping Lion Hills. And in terms of the drivers, Onkar Rai, Baldev Chaga started started very strongly today in the first few stages, and we have the likes of veteran drivers Carl Tundo and of course Ian Duncan, who is making a comeback this year after missing out last year. Carl Tundo is the defending champion, so he is also in the mix. We also have foreign drivers, Zambia's Leroy Gomez, who is also in the country participating in the 2019 Safari Rally, that is. But in terms of where the standings are right now, it's Skoda Fabia, the manufacturers, who are leading after day one of action. We have Baldev Chaga with Mitsubishi, who is driving a Mitsubishi, that is Baldev Chaga, in third place. Of course, Mitsubishi and Skoda have taken the day. The first two spots taken by Skoda, that is Fabia, by Manvir Darian, and of course we have Onkar Rai as well, who is second after day one, that is. And of course Mitsubishi have taken the next three spots in Ian Duncan, Carl Tundo and Manvir and Chaga, that is. And of course we'll have the Zambia driver, who is also giving the Kenyans a lot of tough time. Remember, this is his second time participating in the Safari Rally. He's just gotten his car. It's a new car, still testing it, getting a good feel of it. But so far the mood is so good here in Naivasha. The fans have turned up in good numbers, and of course everyone is aware that there's a lot of officials monitoring the event as well, the fact that it's a candidate event.
All right, thanks for that insight, Mohammed. Well, it's no secret that news has been circulating and percolating that Kenya plans to attract the WRC back to the country for the first time since 2002. What is the government and the FIA observers saying about this? Briefly, Mohammed.
Well, the FIA, together with the World Rally Championship, have really wanted to bring back the Safari Rally back to the calendar as well. It's an idea that they also thought was good, because remember, it was part of the World Rally calendar, and it's been around 17 years now, 18 since the last Safari Rally leg of the WRC. But most of the fear with FIA has been on matters safety in terms of, spectators, drivers, and everything in general. They are aware that Safari Rally gives a good competition for the drivers. It's a good test, driving in the wild and all that. So there's a lot of adrenaline that comes with the Safari Rally. And on the side of the government has made it clear that they are with the Safari Rally. They are the ones who actually started the project, the 2019 Safari Rally project, to make sure the Safari Rally comes back to the World Rally Championship. Remember, over the years, Safari Rally has been an iconic event. The fact that it's in Kenya and one of the legs of the World Championship in Africa as well. So this is a big deal for the government. And since the new cabinet secretary Amina Mohammed stepped in, she's really gone up the gear here and trying to do a lot for sports in general. We've also seen it with the currently ongoing African Cup of Nations with the Harambee Stars. They've fully supported them. So they're doing the same with the rally. They really are invested in making sure, they've invested a lot in making sure that the Safari Rally comes back to the world calendar.
All right, Mohammed Abubakar talking to us from Naivasha. We appreciate that update. Thank you for your insights.